Hi traders, welcome to the first weekly forecast of 2025. I wish you all a very happy new year. May this year bring you health and wealth along with success and fulfillment in all your endeavors. Now we are resuming trading after a long gap. Due to Christmas and New Year Eve holidays, the market was on very low volume, so it was not tradable. So now we are expecting that market will resume the operations with full volume tomorrow onwards. So let's look forward and dive into the charts to find the tradable opportunities for the week. So let's start our weekly forecast, and the first instrument is as usual our dollar index. Now here I want to start with a very long term chart. Reason being, I want to see the long term trend here as we are looking forward to the new year. So here I want to see how dollar is going to behave throughout 2025. That's the reason I'm starting on a 3-monthly time frame. Now looking at the 3-monthly time frame chart, I can see that it is continuously creating a bullish pattern here. So we've got the first wave up, correction down, second wave up, correction down, third wave up, and we are still heading upwards. So this one is not moving into downward direction after completing the 5-wave structure. In fact, it printed bearish divergence after completing the 5-wave structure, but it never broke the structure level. So BOS never happened, and this is to be taken as correction here. Now starting from the lowest point at this level until this high, so the market created a new push, and then we have some correction, and now it's continuing upwards. So I'm gonna use a vertical line to identify the starting point here, so the lowest point. So this is gonna be our lowest point here. So we can apply fib retracement starting from this low to the high marked, and let's move to the lower time frame. Next lower time frame is monthly, and on monthly frame I'm gonna apply fib extension. I'll start from the lowest, picked from 3-monthly chart, connect with the highest and the higher low here. So we got our fib extension on this chart. I'll get rid of the retracement here, and this should move to the latest low point created on the monthly chart. Now let me explain. So here on monthly time frame we are still in the rising trend. Histogram is also rising. So monthly chart for dollar index remains bullish. Now I'm moving to the next lower time frame, that's weekly. My objective is to find the waves on which I can apply multiple fib extensions. Now unfortunately on weekly time frame we do not have a wave, means we do not have 3 points to be connected as A, B and C for fib extension, and it's only one wave up moving directly without any break in between. MACD histogram remains bullish. So monthly and weekly they are aligned in the bullish direction. Now I'm moving to the next lower time frame, that is daily, and on the daily time frame I've spotted beginning of the new bullish trend. So this is lower low formation with bullish divergence, and the buyers have completed the breakout structure. So this gives me an opportunity to apply fib extension on daily. So I'll start from the lowest point of daily and I'll move to the first high and higher low here. So first extension on the daily chart applied. We also have second extension here. So it starts from the higher low. I'll connect to the next high and I'll join with the next higher low here. So second extension on daily applied. Now I want to see the duplication. So I want to see the magnet zones here. So we have got two lines coming very close at this area. So this is magnet resistance and this becomes magnet support zone. So support zone to be marked in blue. Any next level? Yes, we have the next major upcoming resistance here due to multiple lines coming together, next magnet zone. Now what is the condition of daily chart based on MACD. MACD histogram is still rising, MACD lines are still bullish, they are in the bullish crossover mode and they are not converging, they are still diverging. So strong bullish momentum continues on daily. I'm removing the first Fib extension, I'll keep only the latest one here so that our chart does not get overcomplicated, and I'll mark a new vertical line here. I'm moving to the next lower time frame, that is 4H, and I'll pick the new wave from the lowest point of 4H, and I can spot lower lows with bullish divergence, and the new bullish wave starts here with the breakout structure. So I'm going to apply next Fib extension on the 4 hourly pattern now, and here we are, we can apply, this is our first Fib extension of 4H. I need to change the color here. I'm going to add next Fib extension on the 4 hourly chart. So I'll start from the higher low, I'll connect to the next high and the next higher low. So I've got duplication here, so this should serve as support. I've got a magnet zone here, the current price level, and do we have any resistance? No, I've got the same level of resistance, so we have already marked one from the higher time frame and the next one is higher to that. So in fact, based on the magnet resistance, I feel that US dollar index should continue in the bullish direction after the retracement is done, which is now happening on the lower time frame, and this is our next target, 109.91 to 110, followed by the new magnet levels. We will talk about the new higher magnet levels after it reaches 110. Now what is the environment based on MACD? Based on MACD indicator, I can see that the latest higher high is under potential bearish divergence. Histogram is flat and MACD lines have created a lower high. It is not yet done, not yet completed, so I'm expecting potential bearish divergence which can bring short term weakness in dollar index. So I'll be looking for short term correction in dollar index on the 4 hourly time frame, and I think if sellers take the control, they will push the price towards the rising trend line and the next magnet support zone, which is around 108.15 to 108.29 or 30. In case sellers breach this level, then we will talk about deeper correction. Otherwise, buyers should come back around 108.15. So short term weakness, but ultimately the long term plan is bullish. Now moving to 1H. Now on 1 hourly time frame, in fact, there is higher high formation on price, MACD lines and MACD histogram. So whatever is happening right now is not under bearish divergence, but this could be taken as correction of the previous bull run, bullish move, and after completing the correction, I'm expecting that dollar index will resume in the bullish direction. So this is the plan for dollar index. Now the next instrument I'm going to talk about is AUD versus CAD. Now I'll start from the weekly frame here, and give me a second. I'll start from the weekly frame for AUDCAD. Now it all started with bearish divergence on the weekly frame. I'm talking about higher highs with lower high histogram and lower high MACD lines, and these sellers have completed the break of structure as well. So this is the beginning of the bearish trend on the weekly time frame for AUDCAD. So I'm going to mark a vertical line on the top, weekly top here. Let's move down to daily time frame. I want to see waves in this bearish structure so that I can apply Fib extension in the downward direction, but unfortunately the structure is not creating any waves. It is sort of a straight line move breaking the structure level here. And the histogram is also bearish without any breaks in between. Currently histogram is losing momentum, and from darker red, deep red color, it has turned to pink, which shows lack of momentum. Now I'm moving to daily here, and my objective is to apply fib extension on the bearish waves here. So I'll start from the highest point of daily, and I'll connect with the first low and lower high. Now because we are talking about bearish pattern here, so let's keep the lines red. So if you notice, the extension has gone very close to 161.8, and after 161.8 is done, market usually corrects, retraces and goes back to 61.8. So there is a very high probability that AUDCAD can remain short-term bullish until 0.618 or the price level of 0.9109. Now we also have lack of momentum in the bearish direction, because on MACD histogram I have found bullish divergence here, and this level is also going to serve as break of structure. So we can expect some short-term buying, and then it may resume selling. So let's move to the next lower time frame. Do we have the next wave to be applied in case? Yes, I can use another wave on the same time frame to apply the next fib extension in the downward direction. So here I'll be marking the next wave starting from this high, and we can take it to this low. Did it help in marking in getting the magnet levels? Not much. So let's remove this. It's not helping us much. Okay. Now based on MACD histogram, the current situation is still showing negative. MACD lines are forming lower lows in conjunction with price pattern, but the histogram is forming bullish divergence here, and the histogram has also turned light red, which means loss of bearish momentum. I'm moving to 4H, and I want to mark the next wave on the 4-hourly chart. Now I'll start from the highest point of daily, and I'll connect to the next wave on 4-hourly. So let's apply, and yes, we have. Yes, now we've got the two fib lines coming very close, and this forms the magnet. Now since our current price is lower than this level, so this will serve as a resistance, which is expected to be around 9022 to 9031, and if buyers they cross this level of resistance, then we can expect 9109 and then continuation downwards. Now what is the current scenario on MACD? As per MACD histogram, the current scenario is bullish, and we also see bullish divergence here formed between these points. Now based on bullish divergence, the buyers have to cross the BUS level, which is not yet done, which means the bullish momentum has started picking up, but it is not up to the mark. The BUS is not yet done. I'm moving to 1-hourly frame now, and based on 1-hourly frame, we've got bullish divergence here between histogram and MACD lines, and the buyers have completed the BUS. It means bullish trend is established here, and I also get to see low and higher low formation. So I can use A, B and C in the bullish direction here. So I will connect lowest point of 1H with the high and higher low. Now since it's in the bullish direction, let's keep it green. Do we have duplication of two fib lines? Yes, we have the green line coming very close to the red one, so this is already marked as the magnet zone, and the next magnet level is coming between 9109 to 9120, followed by 9154 to 9160. So I think we got the plan. So in case we need to go for a buy trade, our invalidation would be below 8925. So until it remains above 8925, I will look for buying setup, and my first target will be 9030 followed by 9109. I want to validate the 15 minutes chart setup as well. So moving to 15 minutes. Now based on 15 minutes, it's creating higher highs, and yes, higher highs and higher highs all around. So any pullback should be taken as an opportunity to buy. So until it holds above this level 8925, I will look for buying opportunity in AUDCAD. The next instrument is Euro versus Swiss franc, and this is looking extremely bearish to me. I'll go through the setup in a while. Give me a second. Okay, so currently I'm on the weekly chart. Now based on weekly time frame, I can see that it has got bullish divergence between the last two lows. So this is the bullish divergence I'm talking about. Now this is only divergence on MACD histogram, and that to containing style, and we need to get the breakout structure. So here is the BOS level, weekly BOS level, which is not yet done. Now I'm quickly moving to daily, and I'll mark a vertical line on the lowest point here. Reason being, this is the last low of the weekly chart. Moving to daily now. Now based on daily, we have got bullish divergence again on the daily frame, that too containing style end to end, which is not considered very strong, but the buyers have completed the breakout structure, and they have also formed a higher low here. Now unfortunately, the two highs which are formed by the buyers, they are not looking very strong because of the bearish divergence formed here. So the market is stuck between bullish divergence, entry of buyers. Buyers are looking weaker here with bearish divergence, and the sellers are pushing it downwards now. So here, let's see if sellers are able to achieve the bearish structure or not. So this is bullish BOS line, and this is gonna be our bearish BOS line. So we have a strong zone coming between the two lines here. Now I'm moving to 4H. Now based on 4 hourly chart, we got the first push up, and this is the higher low. So let's apply Fib extension in the bullish direction. So I'll start from the lowest, connect with the high and the higher low here, and I'll move this vertical line to the lowest point of 4H. Now if you notice, the buyers created first wave up, corrective down, third wave which usually goes to 161, and it happened, and then we got the correction towards 61, and then the fifth wave. After this fourth wave, we got the fifth wave, and the fifth wave is completed with bearish divergence here. So that's the reason I said that this currency pair in the short term is looking bearish to me. Now after completing 5 wave structure with bearish divergence, it is expected to remain weaker for a while and complete the correction. I believe this should be area, this should be the area which should hold the sellers and resume the bullish direction. But at the moment, 4 hourly time frame is looking downwards with bearish histogram. I'm quickly moving to 1 hourly time frame, and here we see bearish divergence between the highs. So higher high formed on 1H with bearish divergence coming on MACD lines and histogram together, and the sellers have completed the breakout structure. Now since sellers have completed the bearish structure, I'm going to apply fib extension in the downward direction by connecting the A, B and C here, and it has to be red. Now I can see that we have duplication of 61.8, 261.8, the bullish and the bearish zones coming together. We also have a magnet zone around this area at 9349 or 9350, but the environment is still looking bearish to me. Reason being, I do not see bullish divergence on the chart. So which means on the lower time frame, any pullback should be taken as an opportunity to sell, and your target should be 9314 to 9304. Now let's find the invalidation. So because this is the beginning of the sellers, right now the market is under sideways action. So I'm going to apply fib retracement starting from this level to the current low, and I can see some duplication around this area. So a close above 9394, 9395 should be taken as invalidation of the sell plan. Otherwise, any march towards, any rally towards 9395 with bearish signs should be taken as an opportunity to sell EURCHF. So this is the short term plan for EURCHF, looking bearish in the short run. Sorry. The next instrument is pound versus New Zealand dollar, and I want to start from weekly here. Now based on weekly, if you notice, it's constantly forming higher highs, but the last two highs are looking weaker. Reason being, it has potential bearish divergence. I'm saying potential because the histogram has not yet turned bearish and the MACD lines are still running bullish, but there is a probability of MACD divergence being formed on the weekly chart, which is not yet visible. So where do we begin from? Let's begin from the previous bullish divergence. So this is the bullish divergence I spotted on the weekly based on MACD histogram, and the buyers have completed the bullish structure as well. So I'm going to apply fib extension starting from the lowest point of weekly here, and I can mark first extension here. And yes, it looks possible because after creating first wave up, second wave down, with the extended third wave, it has gone to fib extension 161, and usually in the third wave market touches the extension of 161 and then gets into the corrective mode, which can be towards fib extension 100, or many times it comes towards 0.618. So that's the reason now pound New Zealand dollar can be under short term corrective pattern. So let's mark this area as resistance. Let's move to the lower time frame, that's daily, and based on daily it looks possible. Reason being, we have double top here on daily chart with containing bearish divergence, and the histogram has turned bearish here. So this was the false break above the fib resistance level, and now the sellers are in control. So let's mark a line here, a vertical line on the daily high, the latest high of daily. Now it's only one move in the downward direction, so I cannot apply fib extension here in the downward direction. I need to move to the lower time frame, that's 4H, to apply fib extension in the downward direction. Now 4 hourly chart is also confirming the same message. So here we have double top with bearish divergence, and the sellers have completed the bearish structure. So this is the entry of sellers, and now the market is just moving sideways. It can go up for some correction and expected to resume the bearish trend here. The histogram pattern is bearish at the moment on 4 hourly time frame. Moving to the next low, that is 1H. Now based on 1 hourly chart, I do not see any signs against the bearish trend. Reason being, it has formed lower low formation with no bullish divergence. So after this massive downward price action, currently we are under pullback correction, and correction should be taken as an opportunity to sell. Histogram doesn't look so promising. It's bullish at the moment, but not extremely bullish. So we can apply fib retracement here, starting from the highest point of 4H, connecting to the lowest, and any pullback towards 50 or 61 should be taken as an opportunity, or even 80% can be taken as an opportunity until it does not create a new high above 2.23. The plan remains to sell on the rise. The invalidation should be any rise above 100%. A break above 100% level should be taken as invalidation of the short-term bearish plan here. Now moving to 15 minutes, it again looks promising for sellers. Reason being, the latest higher high is formed with bearish divergence and the sellers have pushed the price lower. So sellers are in control. So short-term plan for pound New Zealand is to look for sell opportunity. Now finally, I'll talk about our favorite instrument, that's gold. And again, I want to start from 3 monthly chart because I want to see the long-term trend for gold, at least for the complete year of 2025. Now based on 3 monthly time frame, I'll start from the lowest point here, and the first move we can apply fib extension is the lowest point. I'll take to the high here and the higher low, and since it's bullish, I'll mark it green. Now what is the message coming from 3 monthly time frame? I do not see any bearish divergence. MACD lines are still running bullish with good gap between the two lines and histogram clearly rising. So 3 monthly chart is extremely bullish for gold. I'll move to the next lower time frame, that is monthly, and for monthly I need to take this low as the starting point, and again I do not see the next wave. It means I do not have ABC pattern here. So it's one wave up, massive rally, and the MACD lines are still bullish, although they have started curving down. Histogram has started slowing down, showing some signs of exhaustion, but no trend reversal confirmation is there. A crucial support level based on fib is 2540. Moving to the next lower time frame, that is weekly now, and on the weekly frame I can apply next fib extension from the lowest point taken from the monthly. So this is our starting point, A, B and C. So I'll apply fib extension on the weekly now. I'll start from the lowest. I'll connect with the first high and the higher low. Let's change the color here, and we've got the magnet zone here. So we have two fib lines coming very close. So this is gonna serve as support zone, which is currently between 2540 to 2589, and a super strong magnet is at this level, that is 2200. In case if you see deeper pullback, which I don't think so, it's looking possible at the moment, then 2200 is the ultimate support, very strong support. And what is the environment on weekly chart? Currently our weekly chart is under bearish divergence on the histogram, but not on MACD lines, and the histogram, the current histogram is running bearish here. So after creating divergence between these two highs, it was supposed to get some correction here. Now yes, the correction started, but the sellers are unable to break below 2540. It bumped into this area of support and bounced back strongly, and then it went sideways. So currently short term weakness is seen on the weekly chart. I'm moving to the next lower time frame. Do we have the choice to apply next extension? Yes, we have one more fib extension to be applied on weekly. So I'll start from the higher low, I'll connect with the next high here, and I'll join with the next higher low. Now based on the next extension, let's change the colors here. Okay, now based on the second fib extension taken on the weekly chart, we have a very strong magnet. The next magnet is between these two lines. So this is our next upcoming resistance, falling between 2824 to 2876. The current zone of support is between 2540 to 2589. So let's take this message from the weekly chart. I'll remove the previous fib extensions to keep the chart clean. I'll hold only the latest one and I'll move to daily now. And I can also add the vertical line on this level. Moving to daily. Now based on daily, we have the beginning of the bullish trend of the daily chart here. So we've got first wave up, corrective down, third up, fourth down, fifth up, and 5 waves on the daily frame ended with bearish divergence on MACD lines and histogram, and these sellers have completed the break of structure here. So which means that after some retracement, the sellers should continue. Now unfortunately, after making this low, the sellers could not continue and create a new lower low. In fact, the next low is a higher low, and I can see that we have equal highs on the opposite side. So I'm talking about equal highs and higher lows. So it has formed a triangular consolidation pattern here. So this is the trend line, flat trend line connecting the two highs, equal highs. Let's apply them properly here. And this is the rising trend line. So after creating a massive push in the downward direction, now gold has stuck in this triangular pattern, which is ascending triangle. So it may remain range bound for a while. In case buyers want to come back, they have to break above this level. So let's define this level. This is 2718. In case sellers want to take control, then they should break below this rising trend line. So a convincing break of the rising trend line, a valid retest should push it further down. So I'm gonna apply fib extension on the daily time frame in the downward direction. So I'll connect the high, low, and the lower high here. Now since it's for the bearish direction, let's apply in red color. So in case if sellers break this rising triangle, the rising trend line of this triangular consolidation, then the next extension is 2577, retest of 2651, and continuation towards 2490. This is the best I can look for the sellers in the short term. Otherwise, based on the 3 monthly time frame chart, I feel the buyers have an edge and they will continue to control gold, and any dip should be taken as an opportunity. Only short term plan is looking bearish, that too if sellers break this rising trend line. Otherwise, inside this triangular consolidation pattern, I will look for buying opportunities, and my first target will remain 2717. On the lower time frame, the pattern is mixed, it is not very clear. The medium to long term plan for gold is bullish, not bearish. Medium plan or short term plan for the short run could be bearish only if it breaks the rising trend line, which I have explained in this analysis. So I hope my trading plan adds some value to yours, and I wish you a profitable trading week ahead. Bye bye, take care.